why did we name this series Anti-Horoscope? Those people who are really looking for themselves are long tired of lack of specificity and uselessness of horoscopes. Moreover, the principle of horoscopism itself hinders more than it helps. We consider horoscopism not only horoscopes as such, but also any non-working methods in general, psychological tests, mystical nonsense like numerology and meditation, use of drugs supposedly in order to look deep within, religious and philosophical masturbation, a la the truth is somewhere there, with a hint that human soul cannot be uncovered, and so on. Everything listed above is great stupidity and blatant lies. Human soul is knowable because the soul, or psyche if we use the scientific term, of any person who lived in the past, lives today, or was not born yet, is described in the most detailed manner in the ancient source, which turned out to be the catalogue of human population. It is only necessary to open up the book and learn everything about yourself from this Encyclopedia of Homo Sapiens. In this encyclopedia, which we call the Catalogue of Human Population, the biological type human is described as divided into 293 subtypes, each of which is endemic and categorically different from others. Human soul is a program given to a person from birth and implanted at the genetic level. Depending on the time of birth, each person belongs to one of these 293 subtypes, detailed descriptions of which are provided in the Catalogue of Human Population, hence the possibility to uncover the so-called unknowable soul, and in detail on 6 factors: intellectual, physical, nutritional or dietological, emotional, sexual, and environmental. As you can see, thanks to the Catalogue of Human Population, self-knowledge moves to the "there is nothing easier" category. Moreover, there is nothing unusual in such approach to solving the problem of finding yourself. On the contrary, it is standard. After all, a human is first of all a natural object, and only then social. You learn about animals, plants, and all other natural objects from encyclopedias, do you not? Or do you personally find out about, for example, animals using intuition, or even worse, by experimenting, for example by pulling a tiger by its tail? Or perhaps following the principles of horoscopism in order to find out what a real tiger is like, you watch cartoons about tigers or go to a toy store? Do not worry, you will still have something to do. The time you would use to look for yourself can instead be spent on something more practical, for example, to become a human. After all, you were misled in this as well, because one is not born a human, one becomes a human. Shanhai Jing includes direct indications of this in the form of detailed descriptions of 6 more levels of development of Homo sapiens, in addition to the level of primary programs with which people are born. And only at the top of this pyramid there is a human. However, we will discuss this some other time. This book is for those people who are fed up with horoscopism, who are tired of listening to nonsense about themselves from psychologists or their all-knowing relatives, friends and acquaintances. It is for those people who are bothered by that instead of getting the answer to the question, who am I and what am I like, are offered to find themselves independently in numerous directions of self-knowledge, psychological, mystical, religious, martial arts schools, etc. This book series will help you save not just some time in your life, but your whole life, because otherwise your entire life will be spent on that what is a priori impossible. And impossible not because you are idiots, but because, as it turned out during the course of our research, over 40 years, Homo sapiens cannot know themselves without an external and, most importantly, objective source. Psychological theories and various isms never fell under this category, since they all belong to the category of not objective, but subjective. Perhaps this is the reason why a very long time ago someone left humanity factory instructions to each one of us, the Catalogue of Human Population.